Up? I'm Danny Deathwish. Today we have fearless Freddie Falcon, Primetime's head referee. We're going to be talking about a bunch of stuff, what it's like to be a referee in Primetime and some of his other things he's got going on. So this is Backstage Pass. We're going to have Freddie Falcon on the podcast. What's up? We got Primetime's head referee, Freddie Falcon, live here on the podcast today. We're so excited to talk to him about what it's like to be a Primetime wrestler, what it's like, what it takes to be a referee here in Primetime, and also some of the other things he's got going on with his professional wrestling career. I'm so excited to have Freddie Falcon here. He's going to cool. All right, we got Freddie, fearless Freddie Falcon. So they call you fearless for a reason. But what does it actually take to step into that ring and control the chaos at Primetime Wrestling?
Takes a lot of focus and hope, I would say, are the main two. You really got to zone in. Focus. You got to watch every little thing you can, especially with, well, you've been to the shows. You can hear the crowd. They're often in my ear telling me how to do my job. And to be fair, there's some things I miss sometimes, so I do appreciate it. But there's a lot of hope that they listen to you as well. You got to hope that they work with you, hope that they listen to you. And when you're out there with people like Andy Anderson or Vance Nevada, you're really just hoping they don't pull something behind your back too. And it's an interesting job, I could say, that's for sure.
Yeah. So you find the fans are always kind of telling you what to do and telling you what to call and things like that?
Oh yeah, I find I think it's just their favorite pastime is to argue with me when they're watching the wrestling now. Count of three, it's supposed to be a two. You count a two, it's supposed to be a three. No matter what, you just can't make them happy.
They're hard to please, yeah.
But the fans are the best. Though.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
So you're not just watching the action, you're inside of it. What's the toughest call you've ever had to make at Primetime?
Ooh, I think that would have to be, believe that was mid last year, Prospector and the Butcher for the Northwestern Championship. There was just, they're in the corner from a weird spot, weird angle, and the entire crowd believed it was a three for the Prospector, and I had to break their hearts and hop out the ring and grab the mic and let them know that nope, the Butcher kicked out. And that was I think that's one of the hardest. It's a weird angle to get into there, and then you gotta kind of argue with the fans and tell them nope, it didn't happen. But that's definitely it right there.
Oh man, that would be a tough call. Probably had to sneak out of the back of the arena that night.
Oh yeah.
So how did your journey?
I was not very liked that night.
That's awesome. How did your journey into professional wrestling actually get started?
When I moved up north here to my lovely town I reside in of Cornell now, I happened to bump into fellow pro wrestler Rebel Knoxville when he was working shows for a different promotion at the time. I got tickets to the show, went to the show, and they said they were doing tryouts. So I said, might as well jump in, give it a try. I got nothing to lose. I was young, so hopped in there, bumped around, and fell in love with it. And from there on, Knoxville actually brought me around a lot of shows and helped me get exposure. And then, next thing you know, the opportunity for Primetime happened to land in my lap, and my career has been going crazy ever since that first Primetime show I worked. But yeah, it's been a slow, long journey. It was a tiny backyard sort of situation to such a big league now.
That's awesome. So why did you choose refereeing over being an in-ring competitor? Was that always the plan, or did you just kind of fall into refereeing, or?
Um, well, it's a good one. I've always wanted to be a wrestler. That's my main focus, and so I'm still constantly pursuing my training and fine tuning all that. But when I first began, I had the one promotion I was working for. Their ref happened to have car problems, and they lived in Edmonton, and we were doing shows in the Caribou here in BC. So next thing you know, I ran home, grabbed a dress shirt that looked like an old WWF shirt, threw it on, and ref the show. And I kind of fell in love with it. It's a good way to kind of learn the minds of some workers, especially with me progressing to be a wrestler eventually. It helps me learn how people like Gaston act and people like Vance act. So when I finally get my hands on them, I know what to expect. And it's truly it's the best seats in the house, but also the most chaotic seats in the house. I always joke because I'm right there. I get to see every little thing. But then again, I don't know how many times I've gone to count a pin and I've caught a foot to the face or a fist to the face or an elbow. And I'm sitting there having to check one. I was like, okay, that was a good one. That was a good
one. That's awesome.
It
yeah,
can be
so
a little
it can
dangerous sometimes trying to even count.
It can be a little bit dangerous in there, I'm sure. You'd have to be quick too. I'm sure there's a lot to it that has a lot of speed, and you also have to know where you're at all times because those guys can be flying around in there, right?
Oh yeah, I gotta kind of gotta keep aware of everything going on in the ring, and then there's sometimes where you think you're standing in the right corner away from the action, and next thing you know, there's 300 pounds coming at you. And it's kind of the last minute, move out of the way. Luckily, that's when my size comes handy. I can kind of just disappear like a hobbit. But it's there's a couple of times, even in the recent shows, where I've almost got squished or been in the wrong spot because it's just such a fast, intense dance and action.
Yeah, for sure. If someone wanted to be a referee and they're watching, what's the first step that you think they should take to get involved?
Honestly, I would come to the primetime tryouts. A lot of the shows, I am obviously there as the head ref, and I'm there early. So anyone who's interested, come to the tryouts or come pick my brain, and I'll gladly give you some pointers and give you some of my knowledge and help you along the way. And for anyone who doesn't want to take that step to coming up and asking personally face to face, I would just say, watch how much fun I have controlling the action in the ring. That's what I would say. Watch how, even though I'm in there, I'm being serious, I'm all this, I'm still managing to find the fun bits in it. And that's where a lot of people I find don't like reffing because they get too anxious and nervous about it. They're worried. Trust me, I understand. My whole first year, every match, I was shaking like a leaf because you're like, okay, I got to keep them in check and I got to make sure that, everyone's safe, because that's also another job as the ref. We're not just there to make sure they follow the rules. We're also there to make sure everybody's safe, because sometimes there's been a couple of times where I've had to go and check on people and be like, I don't like you, but are you okay? Because you just got dropped on your head pretty good. So it's it's definitely it's a lot, but once you get through that first year, I find it's kind of riding a bicycle. You get used to it, you get to the rhythm, you get into your own shoes, you get comfortable with yourself, and it's honestly an amazing time. And if you're looking to wrestle in the future but don't want to get into it right away, I would suggest training as well. It gets you exposed, gets you used to being in the crowd. I was a very person before I started. Now, because I've worked so many big crowds, when I go out there to wrestle, I'm not as nervous because it's like, it's just another packed house.
Cool. So it's a good way to kind of get your feet wet with wrestling if that's something you want to do.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Cool. So what skills do you think someone would need to succeed as a referee in the business? Is it Do you need to know the psychology of wrestling, or is it better to just be kind of quick and fast? Like, what would you say are like 3 things that you would say would help you succeed as a referee?
Honestly, having a psychology knowledge of, like I was saying, how Vance and them acts, when you can
Mm-hmm.
kind of read their body language and be like, hey, I know you're thinking something. Don't even. That's a big one, because you can kind of stop the problem before it starts. Honestly, having a bit of, I guess you could say, cojones. That's where I got the fearless name from. Was I might be small, but when I'm wearing this, I know you can't touch me without losing your opportunity. So don't be afraid to get right up in their face and remind them that they have to follow the rules and they have to listen to you. And if they don't like that, they can go to the back and cry about it. And honestly, I think speed is a big thing, because like I've seen other refs where they are able to do the job amazingly, but they always have that quickness to them when it's needed. They're able to get across the ring to cut something off or cut people off. Like, good example, trying to cut off Butcher. I can read when he's licking his lips, and it's like, okay, I got to get in there and make sure he doesn't bite somebody. And it's, you can read it and kind of squeeze your way in there as fast as you can and be like, don't you try that.
Yeah, I've seen some of I think it was the Butcher versus Mentallo, just watching that. And you were reffing that match, and he had a kendo stick, and he was just, whacking himself, first of all. And then, he was going after
Yeah.
Mentallo with it. And it looked like you had your hands full with the Butcher. So,
Oh yeah, those are scary moments where you get the Butcher with a weapon. You never know. I remember, I believe it was the same match with Wes and Butcher when I had to correct the fans. He had the leather belt with him, and I remember checking on Prospector and hearing the crowd chant "Belt Freddie," and I was like, "Please don't listen to them. I'd really go without taking a belt, thank you." And so those are the moments where you get that little bit of like, okay, I'm going to keep an eye on you now, because you're not sure if he's going to listen to him or not.
That's awesome. So you've been working with Oscar, right?
Oh yeah.
So what do you look for when you're
Oh yeah,
training
Oscar.
someone?
He's a great rising star. Ooh, honestly, the main thing I look for in a person is the willingness to learn. You can try and train someone all you want, but if they aren't willing to learn and take criticism, it's kind of a lost cause in my mind. Oscar, he is a bright young star. He is smart. He is quick. He is talented. He's funny too. That man cracks me up in the back all the time. There's times he's hit me with references from old movies, and I'm like, good on you, kid. And he's honestly, I have to say, one of the best new refs I've worked with and been able to help develop, because he is so willing to learn and so willing to grow as fast as he can in this business and take every little thing in. Like, I remember he bugged me one of the first shows we worked about my hand wrap I always do. And now he's using, the main reason I told him to use it is because it's a little extra cushion. Because sometimes you got to slap that ring really, really hard, so that way the other people actually hear it. Like, sometimes even get front row to hear me yell like 2, I got to scream. So it's a nice little extra bit of cushion. And then it also gives that fan a little bit extra. The reason I wear bright colors on the green mat is so that way it's a little less, they can argue with me. It's like, no, you seen I didn't touch. You can't argue me on that one. That was a 2. Come on. Oh, Tucker, be good.
Yeah, that's, I think, that's
Dog
big
hears me getting
misconception.
excited about wrestling, and he's like, "Oh, let me in, man."
Yeah, I got a puppy upstairs too. Yeah, so that I did the tryouts too a couple years ago, and like that ring is not soft. Taking bumps on it was interesting experience. So having to count 3 all the time, doing that over and over, is probably not too good for your hands either.
Oh no, it wears on the shoulder a bit too, because the shoulder every once in a while is like, okay, you can just stop now slapping on the mat. I like a break.
Awesome. So,
But
so what?
yeah, it's honestly oh, continue. Sorry, my good man.
Oh no, it's all good, man. Go ahead. So when you step into the primetime ring, what
I was
does
just gonna
Freddie
say,
Falcon?
out of all of the rings I've worked in, luckily Primetimes is one of the newest, so it's one of the nicest. But I've worked in rings where it feels like slapping concrete, and you're like, okay, I feel sorry for everybody else in here.
Yeah, some rings are different than others, I guess. Hey.
Oh yeah, there's some that are put together weird. After a couple of years of working in the business, I've learned there's some where you're standing there wondering how they're put together. If you didn't get there in time for ring setup because of travel, you're like, that's a jigsaw puzzle for sure. I'm not sure how we got that up.
So when you step into a primetime ring, what does Freddie Falcon stand for? If you had to pick like one word that you would say that was like embodied Freddie Falcon inside the ring as the primetime referee, what would you say it would be?
Oh, I'd have to say it's like a tie between integrity and honor for a one-word answer because I like to think of myself as even. I even there's a couple of times I've got called out by the fans that I've let the baby faces, get a little hair pull in or something, and I'm like, well, if the other guy's going to fight that way, fight with the same amount of honor and integrity, and that's what I try and keep in the ring is that the Warriors honor, I like to say, between each other because that's true. They are two warriors in that ring going head to head with each other. And it's hard to keep them together. And there is a code we all live by. So I think I'm the embodiment of honor and integrity, those two words when I'm in that ring. I like to make sure everyone sticks to the code of honor and keep everyone accountable and make sure they aren't cheating their way to a win or stealing some kind of win best I can.
Awesome. Honor is a great word, and I think I like that too, especially when you get like two baby faces together, and there's not a lot of cheating and stuff. That honor really comes out as well. But they also have to have that
Oh,
that grit
yes.
and determination too, right? So,
Oh, yeah.
so is there anyone in the locker room that tends to push things a little too
Oh,
far
right.
than someone you've got your eye on at prime time?
Oh, I think there's a whole group that we all know tends to like to steal and cheat their way through stuff. And ironically, I already had a problem with a couple of them individually. So now that they're all together, it's kind of nice though. They're always grouped up. It's easy to keep an eye on them now. Yeah, they're causing more trouble, but it's easier to keep an eye on them now. But
Yeah.
I'd have to say it is honestly a tie between Gaston and Edward Wild. Those are my number two. Like no,
Mm.
number two guys to keep an eye on. Yeah,
Yeah. Now they're
yeah.
all grouped
Gaston and I
together.
have a history. That's for sure.
So yeah, they're
Yeah.
all grouped
Oh,
together now,
great.
right? So
Looking forward to that more not.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Cool. Well, awesome, man. It's been really good talking to you. And we'll see you next time at Primetime Wrestling. And thanks so much for giving us the unique insight into
Oh
the
yeah.
referee side of it, man.
Yeah, no problem. I appreciate you having me on here and being able to give that little bit of an insight and give a platform for the refs to be like, hey, this isn't as easy as you think. Trust me. And
Yeah.
yeah, I'm looking forward to it. May 15th, 16th should be good. I know we have a 7-foot problem solver coming with Scotty Mack, so I think I'm going to be in for it, trying to keep everybody, in check there. I got Vance and his cronies, and now Scotty Mack and his giant. So I'm going to do my best to not get thrown.
Awesome. All right. Well, looks like you got your work cut out for you. May 15th and 16th. Primetime Wrestling is going to be live at the Civic Center. You can check out Freddie Falcon and the other roster of Primetime Wrestling. It's going to be a great event. I'm looking forward to it. And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks a lot, Freddie.
Thank you, Danny.
Um,